Set. It's about that time again, guys. Bishop, stop. Bishop's been in the house. He ain't had nothing to chew on in about a week. Bishop, stop. And we out here with his daughter. Move. So they ready to get it. Let's get it. Bishop, she got it. She got it. Come on. She got it. Father versus daughter, y'all. You know how we do. My wife says, man, they seen that video already. Don't keep making the same videos. Then somebody else says, hey, man, we only want to see what you've been doing. Don't do anything that we don't know you for. Do what we know you to do. And I say, I'm going to do me. Look, Bishop been chewing on that stick for years, if y'all know. If you know, you know. Bishop, come on, get this thing. Out. Krypton. Sit. Sit, Kryptonite. Sit. Out. Bishop. Get it. This is a father-daughter. Now, one thing I want to talk about. Are these XL bullies or all these standard bullies? And I'm going to tell you the truth. An XL bully is measured by the height. I've measured Bishop for sure. And I know Bishop is 20 inches tall. I measured him and I know he's 20 inches tall for sure. Which makes him an XL bully. But he's not that long and he's not that wide. You know, so people don't look at him as he's an XL bully. So I don't fight the battle. I'm one of those people that don't fight the battle. I'm just like, okay, Bishop's a standard bully. Now, when it comes to Krypton, I believe Krypton is 19 inches tall or 18 and a half, 19 inches. I believe she's 19 inches, which makes her an XL. But she has a short stature. So, like I said, I don't fight the battle. You know, these dogs are not shown or being shown, so I don't have to. I'm not going to waste my time going back and forth with everyone and telling me how tall they are and I know how tall they are. So I call them standards just because of the weight class, which is weird, which is how it should be, but it's not. So right now we got father versus daughter. Bishop's getting up there in age, and we've increased the feeding of all of the dogs. Bishop doesn't really eat that much, but he's upstairs, so he gets the best of the pickings. Biscuits and pieces of meat. But we've really kind of increased the females feeding a little bit. Not too much, but a significant amount. They were looking too thin. And I mean, even though it's healthy for the bullies to be thin, people judge you when your bullies are thin. So you kind of have them on the husky side. And then at the same time, you got to make sure you're feeding enough food. So we're just going to let these guys rock out, guys. These dogs give me absolutely no problems whatsoever. They seem really aggressive, but they're just playing. And we're here to see who's gonna give up. Can Bishop defeat his daughter? Or will she outdo him? These dogs don't have a very lots of wind. If you notice, Krypton's sitting down. She's trying to catch her breath, because I guess she done got too fat. But these dogs don't have a lot of wind, like a pit bull. You know, they look like pit bulls, but they're definitely not. They both have dogs in their lineage that are extremely large dogs. But for whatever reason, I'm not sure about the DNA. You know, if you add one little small dog into a breeding program, you know, it'll throw everything off as far as the size and the head size. But for me, I'm not concerned about that because a lot of you guys wouldn't be able to handle the 100-something pound dog. This is more the size of dog you'd be able to handle. 80-pound compact dog. And at the same time, these 80-pound dogs are very mild-mannered, even though it doesn't seem like it. We're gonna let them rock it out, y'all. We're gonna see who wins this battle. And another thing is, being as though these are bullies and they don't have a lot of stamina because of the weight and the short noses, even though Krypton looks like she has a longer nose, it's really compact and short if you compare it to like just the size of the head. Krypton is crying really a lot because her teeth, I know her teeth are hurting. Because Bishop got a strong grip because this is 5 years. We don't do this every day. But we do it when we get a chance. And what I'm trying to show you here is it can get serious doing this kind of stuff, but these guys have never gotten serious. But I have been noticing that Krypton is, you know, she's getting a little older. She's not a little pumpkin anymore. But as I tell you guys in lots of videos, always give your dogs the opportunity to get this shaken and get this out of their system. But at the same time, give them something to do with that energy they have. They know that this energy is used for tug of war. You know, these are friendly dogs. They don't have any enemies. Hey, be careful. Krypton's coming into her age and her size. So as you can see, Krypton's getting a little aggressive for the toy. Not necessarily focusing in on grabbing that toy. And she could accidentally bite Bishop. And if she does that, he's going to be mad and he's going to bite her back. But I let them play tug of war, guys. Maybe I need a bigger toy. This toy's kind of small. So that could be the issue. But I let them play tug of war for one simple reason. Well, a few simple reasons. One, you know, they tire themselves out. They cancel them each a -1, +1. You know, equals 0. So I let them zero each other's energy out. And Bishop's our guard dog, so he's the dog that's on guard, free at all times. And, Krypton won. See, they're bullies. They don't have a super amount of stamina because of the short noses. Now he's gonna chew on his stick, his favorite little stick. He's been working on this stick for 4 years. He's just chewing on it. You hear her snorting because of that short snout. I mean, the snout, even though her head gives you the appearance, oh, that's a pit bull. I mean, you can kind of tell it's not, but you know, you hear the snorting. Because she's really underneath all that, you know, kind of like regular pit kind of face. But you see how wide her head is. You know, they have smushed in faces. The bully is still in there. Not all bullies come out as bully as you want them to be. Some dogs still have that that kind of old school pit bull face. And the reason for that is she's actually XL blood. And XLs are like a lot of XLs are just a combination of different breeds of dogs with longer snouts. And also the bossy bloodline dogs, where she has a lot of bossy blood in her. Her grandfather is Bossy Stacks, believe it or not. and Bossy Stacks and and basically it's Showstopper Ace Blood, if you ever hear me talking about it. Next level Showstopper H was a Razor Edge produced dog. So these dogs still carry that old school style of bully. You know, some of them come out with a more, dare I say, pit bull face, but they're not pit bulls. And if I want to like make them more bully, I just breed them to one of my bulls, and the puppies, some puppies will come out with a cleaner face, and some of them will come out with a real bulldog face. The advantages of that, this kind of face is, you know, this kind of longer face was put on the XLs really from the Camelot bloodline that comes from the Bossy bloodline. She has a lot of Bossy bloodline. Like I said, Bossy Stacks, big 145-pound tri, bully. And how we know, how I can prove it for sure is like when she bred with King, the blue tries came right on out. And so that right there was solidified it for me. That was my proof. You know, the blue tries came out like it was like a bunch of them. You know, a bunch of blue tries, and it was very uniformed. A lot of tries, their colors don't come out that uniformed or that pronounced or that you know, correct, because it's just the quality of the breeding when you got quality champion bloodline. So back to that Camelot face. The Camelot face was made from the Bossy dogs. And I believe 2 reasons they did that. One, that dog that they used was a dog called Monster Munt, Heathfield's Monster Munt, which was off of a Camelot dog. That's the dog that they use. That's how you get the tries. And another dog named Butterscotch. It was Heathfield, PBS's, RBS's, Butterscotch, whatever. She has also that kind of pit bull face. And that's the other dog you get that try from. Those dogs are more like band dog looking style dogs. So when you take those and then you add them to the bully game, you know, every now and then you're gonna have a dog that just, the face isn't gonna be as bull as you want it to be. Like if you notice, Bishop's face is a pure bull. If you bring Bishop out here on a 90-degree day and try to run this guy or do some crazy stuff with Bishop, he gonna damn near die. Because that short snout, he can't, the short snout makes it so they can't breathe. I'm just telling you, if you bring Bishop out here on a 100-degree day and run him, even though he's not that thick, when you get him home, he's gonna damn near pass out because of that short snout that we all love so much that restricts the dogs from breathing and dissipating heat. But it's a great look. But what do I do to counteract that? I let this dog come out here and get all his exertions out. Bishop, sit. Sit, boy. Sit. Sit. Sit, boy. Get it, boy. Get it, boy. Hey, Krypton, you know what? Krypton, sit. You starting to get a little bit too funny style on me. Sit. Krypton. She's getting older and she's amped up, so you hear her snorting? That's that bully in her. You got to be careful when you're working real bulls, man. Even if they got a straight face or they look like they can do the work, they're not working dogs. You know, they can do work, but they're not like a pit bull. They're not a greyhound. They're not a Dogo Argentinian. And even though I don't know how good those dogs breed because they're large, but there's limits to these dogs. But what I want to get to is we do this kind of work to make the dogs have strong muscles. And I'm going to be honest, and we want our dogs super strong. So that way, if a pit bull runs up from left field, they're going to crunch his bones. I mean, I just hate to tell you that and be like that. If a stray dog runs up, Rottweiler, pit bull, whatever it is, they're going to crunch his bones. And these dogs don't have a lot of stamina, so they just got a couple of minutes to try to defend themselves and make it worthwhile. So they can crush your foot, crush your bone, and protect themselves because they can't breathe that well. You know, they're not made for breathing. You know, for long distance running. See, Krypton is starting to really get a little aggressive with her attitude, if you're noticing. But that's why it's good to get your dogs out and see, You know, you might think a dog is one way, then it turns another. So basically what she wants to grab that stick, and she's not really too concerned if she does something she shouldn't do. But what we're going to do is, if she does something she shouldn't do, like bite Bishop for that stick, we're going to turn the camera off. You get what I'm saying? We turning that camera off, and we're going to do some disciplining. Some harsh disciplining. We're not going to play no games with these dogs and try to be their buddies and give them a treat. We're going to do some harsh disciplining. Come here, Bishop. Come on. Bishop. See, it's hard to get them off their stuff. Bishop, come on, boy. Now, normally, come on, Bishop. Bishop. Sit. Bishop, sit. Sit. It takes a little training. Now, Bishop got all his energy out. All his little chewing natures and his muscles. Hey, come here, Bishop. Sit. And now, you know, he can go in the house. Whoa! He tried to kiss me in the face. But he still wants to chew on his little stick. But best believe if I get over to the edge of those woods, he's going to follow me. Come on. Let's go home, y'all. She's getting a little aggressive with it, but it's okay. She's a female. But we're going to continue to do these things. You know, we do it once, twice a week. There's some lady over there doing something. But all right, we're going to get these dogs gone. We're going to get up out of here.